Good morning, everyone, and welcome to, excuse me, and welcome to Thursday, July 15th, Energy Mantra. So today's energy mantra, good morning, Shirley. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. Today's energy mantra is I seek to be oneself. I release all beliefs that are out of alignment with my authentic self. Again, today's energy mantra is I seek to be oneself. I release all beliefs that are out of alignment with my authentic self. So today's energy mantra is a wonderful invitation, a continued invitation, if you think about it, from yesterday's, where yesterday's we were doing that shadow work. We were really looking at, things that came up for us, beliefs that no longer serve us. And today, what we're doing is we are continuing that work by looking at where we are not being authentically ourselves, where maybe we're putting on masks, where we're putting on airs, where we are believing that we have to be someone else in order to be loved, in order to get attention, in order to get what we want, in order for us to be safe. There's a myriad of different reasons why we believe we can't be authentically ourselves in any given situation. And so today's energy mantra is that beautiful invitation to look at those beliefs that rise up, to look at those thoughts that say, well, I can't be myself in this situation, or bad things will happen, or I can't be myself in this situation because if I am my true self, or if I am my authentic self, I will be rejected. If I am my authentic self, once again, the list goes on and on and on. And we have to realize one important thing. The practice of being authentic is the practice of letting go of who you think you need to be. There's this concept in spirituality and in the self-improvement that you have to improve yourself. Stop trying to improve the self that you made. We all made a self. That self, you can call it the ego, you can call it the personality, you can call it the id, you can call it whatever it is you desire. But that we don't want to improve that. There's no way that you can necessarily ever make it perfect. It will never be perfect because you already have the perfect self within you, your most authentic self. We get caught up in the self-improvement trap, which is I have to improve, I have to get better, I have to improve. And of course, I'm not telling you to not improve yourself, but don't get caught in the trap of constant self-improvement. There is already within you your perfect self. All we're doing, all self-improvement really does, if we look at it from a metaphysical point of view, is it helps us to reveal the authentic self that is already there. That's what self-improvement is there to help us do. It's there to assist us in uncovering our authentic self, not creating a new one. Because that's what we tend to do. We tend to keep on creating a new self, a better self. Even January 1st, if you think about it, everyone's like, oh, new year, new me. Why do you want to create a new self? You already have the perfect template for the perfect you that is within you. All you have to do is be willing to embody that you. Be willing to have the courage and the vulnerability to be that which you are. And it takes a lot of courage and it takes a lot of vulnerability in order for you to truly allow yourself to be yourself, your most authentic self. And then once you start doing that, here's what you're going to recognize. Everyone around you just starts to, what's the word I want to say? Starts to be magnetically attracted to you, not because you're wearing makeup, not because you have pretty jewelry, not because you're anything, but simply because you are authentic and people crave authenticity. They want to be next to you because they want whatever you have to rub off on them. They're like, oh my God, this person is wonderful. I want whatever, I want what they have. And all that you have is your authentic self, your true self. And so today, like I said, we want to look at those thoughts and beliefs that arise that say, I can't be my authentic self, or I'm not it's not safe for me to be my authentic self. We want to look at those. We want to release those so that we can be our truest and most authentic self in order to live that life that is authentic and true and happy and joyful and represents more of the truth of who we are than the mask that we're wearing. Because sometimes the life that we live reflects the mask that we wear. And, secretly, even though we've never really admitted to ourselves, secretly, we're not happy. And I will tell you that when I worked at KinderCare, and I worked there from the age of 18 to the age of 30, and I am now 34. I will be 35, July 23rd this year, or next week. But the interesting thing was that I went to work every day. And I loved working with the kids. It was great. It was wonderful. I loved my coworkers. They were great. They were wonderful. But I wasn't happy. And I wasn't willing to admit that. I was willing to make every excuse there was to be like, well, this is who I am. This is who I have to be, because I had built my identity around being, the truth. My identity around being, a teacher at KinderCare. That's what my identity was. And so I wasn't willing to really say, even though I enjoy working with the kids, it's not fulfilling anymore. I'm not happy anymore. And it wasn't until, I was given the opportunity, either you stay or you leave. And I chose to leave because I wasn't happy anymore. But I wasn't willing to admit that. And it wasn't until I left that I was really willing to look at that and be like, wow, yes, I love the kids. Yes, I love what I did, but it wasn't fulfilling any longer. I was wearing a mask, and I had to keep that going in order for the mask to be happy or to feel like it could still be happy. So today, just be willing to look at and be honest, be vulnerable with yourself. Where am I not being authentic? Where am I not truly embodying the truth of who I am? And of course, just like we talked about yesterday, I believe, using the question, who is the I? Who is the I that's attached to this? Who is the I that is saying that this is the only way that we can be happy? Who is the I that is complaining about this? Who is the I that's upset about this? And as you start that series of self-inquiries, you begin to be like, wow, okay, well, that's not the truth of who I am. That's not my authentic self. That is my ego. That's the self that I've made. That's the mask that I've worn. So that is today's energy mantra. I thank you for joining me. I thank you for being here. And don't forget to come back at 10 a.m., 12 p.m., and 3 p.m. for additional resources for today. And if you are interested in working more with me on a one-on-one basis, or if you want more free resources and information, please feel free to go visit my website, www.awakeningmiracles.org.